Today we're linking up with Clément Bodin, and he's from Natural Grass. He's the MD there. And Clément, you're over in Paris, so thanks for taking time out to join us today. How's it over there at the moment?
Thank you to inviting me on Turf Business. Well, everybody is fine for me. I can't wait to be able to travel again, but we don't know when it will happen. So let's wait.
Well, fingers crossed with the situation in the UK at the moment. That's looking like it will get a bit easier come the summer. So you might get an influx of Brits over there before too long. Clément, for people that don't know you and Natural Grass, just give us a little bit about your background. How did you get involved in the industry to start with?
So basically, I joined Natural Grass at the very beginning of the company, and at the very beginning of my career as well, because I started in the company as an intern. At that time, I had no background in turf science or in the turf industry. I graduated from civil engineering university, and in 2013 we were launching the AirFibr technology, and we had the occasion to welcome a lot of top groundsmen in the first stadium we equipped in France. One of the first being Steve Braddock.
Okay, yeah.
At that time, we were still able to travel and to attend trade show. So I was able to quickly meet a lot of very inspiring and passionate people from this industry. So I must say that after less than a year, I myself became passionate about the industry. And 8 years after, I'm still in the industry, still in Natural Grass. And I'm now the MD of the company. And the company grew quite massively in the last 8 years. We were 7 or 8 when I joined the company back in 2013, and we are now about 40.
That's a rapid growth and a rapid career development. Intern to MD in 8 years is pretty unusual.
Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to meet a very good business partner who created the company, Bertrand, and we had really nice. It was a really nice fit together, and yeah, from the second year we decided to team up to grow the business, and yeah, so now I'm quite happy. Bertrand is still in the company, and we transformed the company from a pure technology provider, which was the AirFibr technology, to a company that is now able to offer turnkey solutions for clients, from design of pitches to maintenance, consultancy, to the highest standards, I think.
AirFibr is the foundation, I guess, that the business was built on. If people aren't aware of what the AirFibr technology is, can you just give us an overview of that, please?
So AirFibr is one of the latest hybrid or reinforced technology. It consists in a mix of sand, cork, and synthetic microfibers. And we designed that technology to be stable and resistant, as you would expect from any reinforced technology. But there are two things on which we wanted to focus from the beginning. The first one being sustainability, and the second one being player safety. So in terms of sustainability, we developed the technology to be able to have some savings on water consumption. So the root zone has the ability to retain water, and so you can reduce the water input from 20 to 50% according to where you are in the world. And in terms of player safety, AirFibr is the result of more than 5 years of research and development in biomechanics. And that's the reason why we add a lot of cork in the root zone. The cork is there to absorb the shocks.
The surface itself, being hybrid, it's very different to some of the other carpets and stitch systems that we see, isn't it? It's looks most like cotton wool, I would guess, is the way I would put it. Yeah.
Yeah, basically it's a very homogeneous root zone. So you don't have any incorporation of fiber after. It's a mix that we do in a factory, and on which the grass is seeded. So there is no fiber out of the surface, and it's really a manufactured root zone.
And this is something that you offer globally now. I mean, obviously the startup was France, and I think you've got quite a few installations in France and worldwide now.
Yeah, we started in France in 2013, and our first project abroad was in Africa, in Algeria in 2014. And then very quickly we went to other European countries. In 2016, we had the chance to do one training pitch in Real Madrid and another in Arsenal. It was a kind of a race at that time between Steve Braddock and Paul Burgess to know who will be able to seed the pitch first. And I think Paul won that one. And now we offer that technology so we installed pitches in 3 different continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. In Asia, we had the occasion to build rugby pitches for the last Rugby World Cup.
We're coming into the period now where most stadium groundsmen and training groundsmen will be thinking about planning their renovations this year. AirFibr, it does present some advantages when it comes to renovation, doesn't it?
Yeah, the way we design the product offers some other possibilities during the renovation, and one of the unique process that we develop for the AirFibr technology is the mixing. So basically, the mixing of the root zone is an operation that is able to improve sustainability and biomechanics of the product. In terms of sustainability, that process has the ability to extend the lifespan of a pitch by remixing the entire root zone. And also in terms of biomechanics performance, that process enables you to keep the same excellent performance throughout the life of the pitch. And I think it's a great agronomical tool, as you can refresh, decompact, and aerate the full root zone profile. And so that's an operation that you will do after the core process. So once you removed all the grass from the pitch, then you are able to mix the product. At that time, it's a great opportunity. You can add whatever you think you want. So you can add some organic or some fertilizer, some soil. You can improve the soil during that operation. You can add some more root zone if you want. And so after that stage, you re-level the pitch and you seeded ready for the next season. The only thing that you won't do compared to a normal renovation is the vertidrain decompaction, as with the mixing, the root zone is already decompacted and far more efficiently.
And that mixing process, is that a special piece of equipment that is needed for that?
Yes, that's a specific piece of equipment that we develop, so it's now a process that is quite quick. we can do that process within 3 days. I think the first time we developed that machine and we did that operation, it took us 2 weeks. But now the tool is very efficient. The team knows how to work quickly. So for us, it was an important point because, as you know, the renovation period is quite short, and especially in stadiums, you always run out of time, and so it was critical for us to be able to do that mixing in a very short period of time.
So when it comes to renovating a pitch that is AirFibr, that's something that you offer and you carry out. Is it something that the groundsman can do himself or not?
No, usually they will call us because you need the mixing machine and the leveling machine. So they could do it, but as I said, the team is now well trained on that, and so the groundsman could do it, but it will take him a lot of time, which he hasn't. So we do this operation for them.
So how often do you recommend an AirFibr pitch should be renovated?
I recommend to do a traditional Coro renovation every season, because we all know that if we don't renovate, the following winter will be quite difficult.
Yep.
As far as the mixing process is involved, it really depends on the usage of the pitch, on the way the groundsman maintain it. Usually the clients, they will ask for it between every 2 and 5 years.
Okay. And the total lifespan of the pitch before you have to totally renew it?
Well, that's another advantage of the mixing process, because one of the problem you can have with the hybrid pitches after 10-15 years is that you start to have drainage rates that are less. You have the organic content of the topsoil that is very high, and so with that mixing, you are able to remix the full profile, and so to dilute the organic. Also, you have the opportunity, if let's say your 2 first centimeters of root zone is polluted, you can remove only that 2 centimeters, bring 2 centimeters of new material and remix it. So basically it makes the lifespan very long. You can almost keep your pitch adding some root zone every 5-7 years, and then keep it very long time.
So you can regenerate that surface without having to do a major reconstruction. Okay. When it comes to availability for renovations, if guys have got to be involved with bringing your team in to do that, I mean, are they having to book 2 or 3 years in advance to get a slot, or?
No, we try to be flexible. I have a team that is really used to travel and to do a lot of work in a very short period of time. So we try to adapt as much as possible, and so we try to organize the work. So if we have if someone asks us like 3-6 months in advance, we can find a slot in our program. Of course, it's very specific machines, very specific teams. So if you call on Sunday to start on Monday, it could be difficult during the peak season.
Sure, unless it's just the team are just around the corner, I guess, but by chance, yeah. Clément, in general terms for renovations, what would you say are the golden rules for a groundsman to think about in terms of preparing for that, whether that's an AirFibr surface or any surface? It's
an operation that can generate a bit of stress. It's a very critical operation. If you think of the following season, so I must say that it's not rocket science, but you have to be very careful at all the small details, and that small details will make a difference the next season, I think.
You're known very much for AirFibr, but there are other items that you've got on your list of offerings. What else does natural grass provide the industry?
As I said, we quite transformed the company from a pure technology provider to a company able to offer turnkey solutions. So that includes design of pitches, maintenance of pitches, and training facilities. One of the last iconic project that we did, for example, was the reconstruction of the Santiago Bernabeu pitch last summer.
Yeah.
So it was a total reconstruction of the pitch. So from the sub base, we installed a drainage that was a quite innovative drainage because it was a permavoid system. And then we installed the heating system of the pitch. We reconstructed the profile root zone, turfed the pitch, and then we stitched it with the GrassMax technology.
And how long did that take you?
So it was quite a challenge because we had only 4 weeks to do that project from the sub base to the turf. So we had up to 30 people working on that project. Irrigation system was like one of the best irrigation system we ever built. Very high standard. Same for the heating system. Of course, permavoid was new, so it was also a challenge. So yeah, it was a project where the team worked quite hard to deliver it on time.
Traditionally, the pitches come out every season. Is that going to be the plan going forward for that pitch, or is it going to have a bit longer life?
As you know, the stadium is under reconstruction at the moment. Yeah. And so they plan to rebuild the pitch this summer again. And it's a stage of the full stadium reconstruction process.
So you're going to be back there next summer? Is that the case, or?
I hope we'll be back there. Yeah, I think so. We'll see how much time we will have that time. I hope they won't push to have it in a smaller time. That will make it even more challenging. But one of the advantages is that now that we know the place, the team will be more comfortable to deliver it in a very short planning.
Well, by the time you go back again, you probably won't recognise it, the amount of work that's going on this.
Oh yeah, I think I won't be able to recognize the stadium.
Any other big projects coming up, Clément?
Well, at the moment we are building the new training center for Monaco Football Club. So that's 4 state-of-the-art hybrid pitches with irrigation system and heating system. The place is quite unbelievable. If you can see some picture of that training facility, it's quite unique. In the mountain, with a beautiful view on the sea. So that's a very nice project. We're also working on some big stadium construction in Algeria. So at the moment we are finishing the Oran Olympic Stadium, which will be at the end 4 natural pitches, well, 3 AirFibr pitches, 1 natural pitch, and 2 athletic tracks.
Wow, okay. And when do you hope to have those all finished?
The goal is to have all that finished by the end of the year, ready for the Mediterranean Games 2022.
Well, we look forward to seeing some pictures and some footage of that, Clément, if you could share that with us, because they sound some really good projects that you got going on. You're smiling. I think you seem to be quite happy in what you're doing there at the moment. You feel things are, in a positive shape for your business and the industry as a whole?
Yeah, I think our business is, I think more and more football club understand that our business is key to the football business, and so that's why I can see a bright future for our business and for the industry.
Well, I think we always like to end on a positive, so we'll wrap up there if that's okay with you, Clément. And thank you once again for taking time out today.
Thanks, Martin, for your time as well.